We are live. We made it through the first NFL game of the season last night. Weird game. It was a strange game to me. I definitely thought we'd see more offense, but Detroit's defense actually impressed me. We knew with some of their draft picks they'd be better. They had that pick six. How you feeling today, G?
I blame my losses on the coaching staffs. Detroit won. I don't think the coach called a good game offensively.
He didn't.
To be honest.
100% he did. I mean, that was, I put some stats up in our, for our Discipline to Gen members showing Gibbs' efficiency. Like, they don't have Jameson Williams right now, which is he's their speed wideout receiver, right? He's suspended because of the sports betting thing. So he's gone for a few more games. They're going to use Monty. They showed us. It's why we bet his over touchdown prop, right? When they get down there, they're going to smash him in the end zone. That's fine. But Jahmyr Gibbs is electric. Like his yards after tackle, like everybody who watched him can just watch his game speed, and it's abundantly clear he was one of the best players, if not the best physical athlete, next to Patrick Mahomes on the field last night.
And honestly, I love blaming my losses on people. If I'm being honest. Think about it. Pacheco was running the closest to Gibbs on the other side. And they plotted CEH against them. And then you had Kadarius Toney go full Clifford Franklin last night. So if you've ever watched the replacements, I said on Twitter, he's going to come out like Clifford Franklin with his hands covered and stick him. I mean, the ball, Patrick hit him in the hands 3 times. Couldn't catch the ball. I feel bad for the guy. Well, let's get people fed. Up a half a unit on the show thanks to Trev. Down 2.3 units in DD. Guys, I'm in a full-blown slump at this point. It has been maybe 2 green days in the last 10. That means 8 red days. So thank God I bet like a little biz because I could be broke if I was betting 10 or 20 units a day. Got some units to make back up. It feels like a month ago that my discipline was up 9 point something in September. August. I feel like it's like October now, but a lot of time to make it back. But man, something's got to give.
Yeah, I've been positive, but it's just low. Like I'm up a unit, 2 units a day. I'm gonna take it. I'll keep grinding out those 2 unit days, but we're both due for some big days and due together. But I haven't had any like monster days lately. I've been pretty solid. I've been even if I'm losing, it's only like a half unit. I just haven't like kicked it into gear. So I've been happy with my straight bets there. Speaking of that, our moonshot yesterday, Mr. Olsen went yard for us. Hope you guys took advantage. So I'm going to kick it off with our moonshot of the day today. Corey Seager of the Rangers. They're at home. They get the athletics. This is just a no-brainer for me at plus 350. This should be plus 275 for Seager to hit a home run today in that lineup versus this pitching staff and the worst bullpen in baseball.
And I also got that A's starter not doing that hot. I'll just say that. Yeah. Cleveland Guards, money line minus 122. Ironically, I also have the Angels in the first 5 plus a half. So this is a really weird one. It's like the EV doesn't care about emotions and logic. It's just about the math of that individual bet. But of the 2, I like the Cleveland Guardians to win this game, even with a pitcher on the hill. So I meant to ask you your thoughts on this bet, Trev, but we can go past it. I don't know if you had.
Yeah, I know. I actually like it. So we were talking before the show. So the challenge is the Angels are just a walking ER room at this point. Luis literally was in the on-deck circle warming up last night. The guy that's hitting arguably the best on the team next to Shohei, he tore his bicep like taking batting practice. Like he wasn't even hitting. Like Shohei's been out with his oblique. They say he might come back this weekend. That we saw they let everybody go. And Logan Allen has the ability to go throw well. So I think the Angels are going to give up. They unloaded their bullpen. The Guardians have a really good bullpen. So I actually really like that play today. I think Cleveland definitely takes them down tonight.
And I think I'm getting Cleveland cheap because their starting pitchers, so I'm hoping I get their bullpen cheap, if that makes sense to anyone.
Yeah, Logan's been a yo-yo, right? He's had some good starts, he's had bad starts, but he's a rookie, right? So that's what rookies do. So speaking of rookies, last night, our other show pick yesterday, Ryan Papoit of the Dodgers literally had a perfect game into the seventh. I felt so bad for the kid. He crushed his K under, but he was at 65 pitches through 7, and Josh Bell hit a great pitch by him, dinked into the outfield for a base hit to break up the perfect game, and they pulled him after that. But he went 7, but Cleveland just doesn't strike out, so we like that. So today we're going with Kyle Bradish on the under of the Orioles, under 5.5 Ks. Kyle isn't a strikeout machine. He gets the Sox today. The Sox strike out way less against righties. The Sox issue is they can't hit lefties because they got, too many lefties in that lineup. But against righties, they don't strike out as much. They're middle of the pack, and Bradish is going to overpower them. We have this as being at minus 145, not minus 125. So if you're going to give me 20 points of value, we like to play.
I like it. OddsJam EV positive play of the day. This is Trev and I went back and forth on this one. I liked some of who were we talking about before?
Justin Fields.
Oh, Fields. That's what it was. Sorry. Justin Fields unders, but Trev talked me off it in a good way. He's hotter than me right now. So you gotta take people's advice when you're not reading the board right. Devontae Adams over 5.5 catches, minus 121. Buying into some narratives here. I think Jimmy needs to establish that he's a good quarterback. His name's been dragged through mud the last couple of years, that he was a product of Shanahan. He does complete passes. He's an accurate thrower, obviously not a deep passer. That's why we're betting catches here, not yards. And the Raiders have people, they lost people, and they have people out. I would not be surprised, and again, this is not my betting style, but I do try and have a Degen channel in DD as well. I probably will ladder Devontae up. I could see him getting 8, 9, 10 catches, as crazy as that sounds, that Jimmy comes out and just establishes. And also adding layers to this pick, I believe Denver is going to come out and take an early lead. So they will be passing the ball a little more than planned and at Vegas Raiders.
So this is the other reason I like this. I wanted to save it for the show because I'd done a little digging before. So I actually really like this play because this line is going to move. It's still 5.5 at Bet Openly, at Caesars, at a couple spots right now, but they have moved Devontae at DK and MGM and Pinnacle up to 6.5 for plus 110. So right, you can go bet it right now. We're getting a whole catch, and it's those reasons. So they lost Waller. Renfro's out. Sure, they signed Jacoby, but Devontae is the best wide receiver in the game in terms of route running ability, hands. People can argue Tyreek and other, Jefferson and Chase. If you're talking about the best, just flat out route runner right now, it's still Devontae, and Jimmy's going to have to target him when Denver's scoring points. So I like Devontae over 5.5. We're already getting an extra catch on it. So that's a really good play for me.
I like it.
So I'm going to end with our Bet Openly DFS play of the day. This got opened even lower, and it got hit too fast. Elijah Moore of the Browns over 30.5 yards. This came out at 25.5. I was trying to get it in. It's got smacked real quick. Like they're pretty good about putting lines out, but sometimes they miss one, right? There's hundreds and hundreds of props. They miss this one. We project Elijah to have 5.5, 6 targets. We project him 45 to 50 yards. And you got to remember, in the preseason, Deshaun, when the starters played, Deshaun was targeting him. He had 10 catches for 118 yards in the preseason. He didn't play that much, right? It wasn't like he was out there all the time. There's just opportunity here in this. And on top of it, the Bengals have the word I used was suspect secondary. They were 25th in the league last year. He gets a good lineup in the slot. So I don't think this line will be around 30.5 moving forward with the Browns. I also think Cincy's going to put up a ton of points on him, and they're going to have to throw.
I like it. Well, my Degens, let's get you that lightning round right now. Trev and I are going to recap our 5 plays here in the next minute or so. Way less explanation than if you chime into the whole show. I'm going to hand Trev the mic for his moonshot.
All right, moonshot of the day hit yesterday. Matt Olson. Let's go back to back. Corey Seager today plus 350 at home versus the A's in that terrible bullpen. This should be plus 275.
Cleveland Guardians minus 122. We have a hit or miss rookie pitcher. I call it a poor pitcher that you're getting cheap because the Cleveland Guardians have a decent, way better relief pitching staff bullpen. So Guardians money line minus 122.
Kyle Bradish under 5.5 Ks against this Red Sox lineup. They just don't strike out as much against right-handed pitching, and Bradish isn't this dominant K pitcher. We have this as it should be minus 145, so take advantage.
Cool. Trying to give you all a little action for Sunday. Devontae Adams over 5.5 catches minus 121. Get this while you can. Trev was just letting us know that this is moving. It will be 6.5 by the time the game starts. I genuinely believe Jimmy leverages Devontae frequent, and I do believe with his inability to throw downfield, or so people say, that he could get a lot of quick routes. And I also like to ladder this if you wanted to gen out. I could see Devontae having an 8 to 10 catch game, 5.5 catches at minus 121. Bet openly, odds jam, EV play of the day.
I like it. And then our bet openly DFS play of the day, Elijah Moore of the Browns, over 30.5 yards. This opened at 25.5. We have him closer to 6 catches at 45, 50 yards. He gets a great spot against Cincy. They're going to score. Cincy is going to put up points. They're going to have to throw the ball. This is the next highest total this weekend after the game last night. So I like it to go over. I like Deshaun to go after him, and he gets a good spot against a suspect Cleveland or Cincy secondary.
I like it. Last show we were up a half a unit. I've been a little cold in DD, so I'm not going to lie. I like blaming my losses on other people. I think that over should have hit in the last game, and the teams just played poorly with their new running backs. They underused all of them. So let's turn this around. Let's have a good weekend. Those are the 5 plays, guys. Good luck. Trev, I appreciate all you do.
Yep. Talk to you soon.
Later, bro.